Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are in Knights of the Old Republic 2 and this will be our last stream of the year, so let's hope we can finish on a good note. So we are on Telos, or on the station. And I think we had finished our business here and we're headed to the next planet. Okay. And we won't talk to everybody on board the Ebon Hawk because we already just did that last week, and we'll wait till we have a little bit more of the planet under our belt.
Why are you here?
Because I told him everything.
Ah, and now you are free?
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Well, good for you, Atten. You really showed her. So, yeah, last time we had talked to everybody, kind of heard some more stories. I think we, yeah, we actually unlocked Atten's ability to touch the Force, so he's now a Jedi, or as much of a Jedi as one can be without actually being part of the Order. We haven't gone over the whole Jedi code and stuff. I guess we'll cover that in training. So, where are we headed? We've been to Pragus 2. That's where we started, and ended up destroying. Totally not our fault. Just the fault of the Sith that came there specifically because we were there. We went to Telos and Citadel Station. We're pretty much done there, other than on the planet surface. We met Atris and convinced her that, like, hey, we should try to get the band back together, reform the Jedi. Now that they've all been scattered. And so we'll probably go back there and tell her how we're doing once we get the Jedi from everywhere else. And we went to Nar Shaddaa, helped out. Helped out a bunch of people there, but mostly figured out something that the Exchange was doing, stopped their plot there, and managed to help a Hutt get a fueling deal to Telos, so that was good. And where are we headed next? We still have Onderon, Dantooine, and Korriban. Dantooine and Korriban we've both been before in previous games, and Korriban is going to be an interesting choice because, of course, that's the Sith Academy is on Korriban, so it'd be an odd place for a Jedi to hang out. But then again, last time we did discover that the Sith Academy will let Jedi just walk on in and join, even if they're fully light side and don't even pretend to want to be part of the Sith. So who knows? Maybe, for all we know, when we go there, the Jedi Master may be the head of the Academy and have been openly a Jedi the whole time. But for now, let's go to the world we haven't been to, which is Onderon. And if I recall correctly, I think this is the one that it was mentioned. There's a like civil war or something going on. There's some sort of dispute. Maybe not a full civil war, but there's some kind of a dispute. We'll go there and we'll see what's happening. Some music. Looks like there's some ships around this moon. Definitely see two very different styles of ships. Probably isn't a good sign.
Well, this is Onderon. It looks like there's a long line to get into the Isis starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon.
If they decide to do a cargo search, we're gonna be in trouble.
Looks like we're about to find out.
What cargo
I'm receiving
are
a
we
message
carrying?
from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
Okay, not exactly the welcome I was expecting.
The Ebon Hawk.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Well, thanks for doing all the work, Ad, while the rest of us just kind of stood here. So we can either try to fight with the turret, or we can go to ground on the moon. We were only shown 3 fighters attacking us, but considering that there seems to be an entire blockade on the planet, I don't know that fighting is our best option, because we'll probably just have to face more. So yeah, let's, if there's a moon we can get to, let's go there. Oh, it looks like maybe them coming after us caused things to kick off, and like there was fighting back and forth. So I guess that does help. If an actual battle started, that would help us be able to get away and possibly not be noticed.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. I remember the days when welcoming committee used to mean something, without being followed by blaster bolts.
What now? Where did we land? Or how badly is the ship damaged? Just... Yep, none of these are really responses to Atten's complaints. Your little whining is of no concern to us. We have bigger things to worry about, Atten. So, I guess let's start with the ship. Is it damaged badly?
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target.
Right. After we make repairs, then we want to be a target. Do you think they're still hunting us? Or where did we land? Any idea where we are? Pretty much the same question. Do you think they're still hunting us? They seem kind of preoccupied with battle.
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us. We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here.
Where did we land?
Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Dxun, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian War started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
So, are we going to be able to find out all sorts of history about the Mandalorian Wars? 'Cause that would be awesome. So what now? We need to get to Onderon. Or enough of this. How soon can we leave? Let's be a little less demanding. Let's see if anybody has any ideas where we should go from here.
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon's about... We're lucky I was able to find this place to land.
Yep. Okay. So Atten is broken and just wants to keep saying the same thing, or maybe he thought it was just very clever when he said it the first time, and so but try to stay with me, Atten. We need to get to Onderon.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
And how do you know what wildlife there is around here? You just said you'd like to know anything about this, which moon we landed on. So let's head to the outpost then, or we should stay with the ship. Running around the jungle isn't a good idea. No, running around the jungle seems a great idea. Let's head to that outpost.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. He fought here once, and there are things here he must see.
He fought here? Why didn't he say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
You know, I'm still right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with how loud Kreia was speaking, I could probably hear every word of that. But it is interesting, though, when she tells Atten, makes it perfectly clear that, like, yeah, I don't want you fixing the ship until we're done with our business here. It's quite common in games, and I think we've seen it a couple times in this game and the previous one, where no matter how long you take to do something, just as we get finished with the mission, something else happens to open up the next part of the story. You know, it's very common, and of course they want to do that so that you have time to explore and find out your surroundings and everything, and see as much of the story as you want. But it always does seem a little bit convenient when, oh hey, we took all this time doing swoop races and playing Pazak and doing all this, and when we get back, this happens to be just when everything came together and we can move on to the next part. Here they're making it so this is part of Krea's scheme that she has going on with Atten, rather unwillingly on his part, but it seems that she's making it explicit that, yeah, this isn't going to be coincidental. This is because I don't want us leaving until we've discovered what we need to discover here. So, let's take HK with us. We can get a little bit of bonding, maybe get him to see the less dark side of life. Not that I think there's much hope of that. Level 6 expert droid. He's an expert at being a droid, I guess. I think I want to take one of the droids with us because we haven't really. I think we've done a bit with T3. Pretty friendly with him. Gotten a bit of influence. Let's take Goto. He just joined our party, so we don't really know much about him. Let's see if maybe we can bond over killing wildlife on a strange moon.
Status active.
Yeah, we're gonna have to level you up. So what do we have? You have a lot of dexterity, a lot of constitution, and intelligence. Okay. Droid upgrade class 2. That's good. Okay, we'll make sure we get your useful skills out of the way first. I don't think awareness is necessarily terribly helpful on our companions, so we'll focus on using our extra point to get repair up first. Okay, what do you have? 2-weapon fighting. Okay. Blaster integration, so okay, toughness line would be good. Weapon focus blaster pistol might be good. Let's if we're gonna give you 2 weapons, you really should get 2-weapon fighting quickly so that you don't have all the penalties for 2 weapons. Okay. Droid trick. Let's be interesting to see what that is. Droid trick distracts a droid target, making it easier to sneak by them. If the target fails a will save, then they are distracted for 30 seconds. Distracted targets won't notice the player unless the player gets too close or interacts with them. Okay, so it's a way. We did see he had some points in stealth, so this is a way that, at least with droids, he can get by them easier and have them not even notice him. Which, given what we saw on Goto's yacht and how he has like all these droids doing pretty much all the work, it makes sense that the droid that he sent with us would be able to manipulate other droids and things. And then while we're here, personal cloaking shield. Goto has a personal cloaking shield built into his frame. This allows him to use his stealth skill without a stealth field generator. Okay. So he could use a stealth shield, a stealth field, even if we don't give him a stealth belt. Which is probably good because I don't think we can give droids stealth belts, and we probably have too much other good equipment that we wouldn't want to waste a slot just on stealth, unless we really had to. Although with the stealth of 4, he's only marginally better than the rest of us at it, I think. Wait a second. No. Oh, there's going to be an updated version of the droid trick. This says, It's not telling me a level or anything. Normally they'll say a level of what's required. But... okay, well, we'll get to that when we get to it. Droid upgrade class 3. Good, we'll be able to give him some of the best upgrades. Okay, now we get Scramble Droid, which does... Scramble Droid can actually cause a hostile droid to fight for you. If the target fails a will save, then they will fight your opponents for 30 seconds. Only one droid can be affected by Scramble Droid at a time. This power only works on droids, sentients, and beasts are immune. So that might be kind of fun, be able to get droids to fight for us. Let's go ahead and get Weapon Focus Blaster Pistol. Lots of levels with just nothing but skills here. Okay. Okay, so KotOR2 targeting module. This droid auxiliary processor provides exceptional ranged combat abilities. So, okay, this gives him power blast, rapid shot, sniper shot, and improved versions of those. So, lets him get a few ranged attack. Special attacks without needing to spend feats on them, and I'm not even sure if he was able to take those feats. Let's see. Well, yeah, it's these three. What happens if I remove this? Do those go away? Yeah, those went away. Okay. Wanted to check because if they were still there when those went away, then then this is redundant. But if it's caused by it, then that might be good to have them keep. Okay, attack +3 versus human, fortitude and constitution, some skills, defense bonus and dexterity. That would be good. Okay, and this is only usable by T3. Let him regenerate vitality points. Regeneration, so yeah, okay. I think for now, dexterity 2 is kind of nice, but I think we're on an odd number on dexterity. Yeah, so we can well, go with the dexterity +1 and defense +2. Put us on an even number for dexterity and give us some more defense. Attack modifier +1 and awareness +2. Attack modifier +2, defense bonus 1. Some skills, lots of awareness. This sensor cluster scans the entire light spectrum and audio frequencies well beyond the range of most organic beings. It is nearly impossible for something to occur within the droid's perceptive range without its knowing about it. Okay, that could be useful. Attack modifier +2 versus droid and some extra repair. Dexterity +1, awareness +3, okay. Resistance versus Ion. And this droid upgrade slot is pretty much useless because I think all of our droids are at least up to upgrade class 2. Let's see. Resistance to Ion would be decent, but I don't know that enough enemies use Ion to make it widely practical, whereas just a straight up defense bonus and attack modifier would be very useful. Okay, we can give him Bioassault Spray, which poisons a target. Illegal in most civilized societies, the Bioassault Spray upgrade essentially breaks the target down at the molecular level, often leaving behind nothing more than a gray ooze. That's rather horrifying. Okay, we can give him the ability to freeze things, do cold damage, and paralyzed for 9 seconds. Typically used for long-term storage of perishable goods, these tools can be turned on human targets with reasonable certainty of the outcome. And presumably non-human targets as well. Okay, 20 points of ion. The ion striker is used by security droids to disable and destroy other droids, whether they be assassins or simply malfunctioning. And a toxin emitter, which paralyzes and poisons. This small canister fits under a droid's plating and when activated releases a small cloud of toxic gas. I'm kind of curious about this bio-assault spray. We'll see what that does. Okay, then he also has a droid repulsor that slows things down. And this technology is borrowed from the units that power repulsor lifts and creates an artificial gravity wake around the droid, essentially randomizing the axis of the gravity surrounding its enemies and slowing them to a crawl. Randomizing the axis of the gravity surrounding... So if the axis is random, I take that to mean like gravity might suddenly be pulling them in any random direction. Doesn't seem like it would that would merely slow them. That seems like that would just completely disorient them and possibly make them incredibly sick or something. But I think actually we'll give you an ion striker so you have a little bit. You already have plenty of stuff against droids. Let's give you a little bit more. Okay, and the defense bears. These are the defensive things that are have to use them. So, energy, sonic, cold, heat, ion for 60 points for 200 seconds. Or energy, electric, ion for 70 points. Okay, this is, I think, all the same stuff, but 110 points total. Which, I'm not sure if we've explained that before, but just basically means it'll last for 200 seconds or until 110 points of any of these kinds of damage have been taken. So, this shielding module creates overlapping shield vectors and then unifies them into a single shield, greatly increasing its absorption capacity as a result. Alright. Overlapping vectors, always good. Okay, then we have a Grinium armor, defense bonus 5, and immunity to taking half damage from those. Defense bonus 4, defense bonus 6, or defense bonus 6 and dexterity plus 1. I think for now we'll go with 5 and half damage from all those. Especially because I think we got to a well, if we went with the dexterity plus 2, let's look at this. Currently we have 34 defense. If we go with dexterity plus 2 and then go with the defense bonus 6, dexterity plus 1, we're up to 34 defense, and I think we've increased our attack modifier a bit too, so that's good. Okay, so this does 3 to 8, and then more to droids. Where's it good? So it's basically 4 to 18 against droids. So I'm kind of looking for something that is similar to that. This will go 3 to 11. And 4 to 17 against droids. That'd be pretty close. And, oh, has a big critical threat range. Fully upgradable. I'm not sure that we might have already upgraded this. This might be why it has such good stats, but it definitely does have those. Let's go ahead and give you that. And then for the offhand, 20. Let's see. Okay, that's 4 to 18, but only against droids. To 14, it's not bad. Great description for Bennock's blaster. This blaster belonged to Bennock. I don't remember who Bennock was, but I can't think of a better description for his blaster. So, okay, let's go with this one. The Systech Static Blaster. This unusual weapon was originally developed for use against Veermok, a ferocious primate on Naboo that happens to be resistant to blaster fire. Much of the weapon's damage is electrical in nature, allowing it to bypass blaster resistance. Okay. And there we go. Okay, this is a little panel that pops open, and that's where his blaster's stored. Not sure where the second blaster is. Maybe they're both like integrated into the one slot there. And then, okay. Let's go ahead and save. And some animals there, some trees here. Fortunately, not only was this area cleared, but it seems like it's just exactly the right size for Ebon Hawk to sit down comfortably without scraping the walls. And this goes off somewhere, so we have two different ways out, looks like. Both of them kind of lead up towards the next area. Let's go face... There were some animals over here. Let's face them. If we don't see this path join back up to us, we can always come back and explore it again later. Cray is making sure that Atton's not going to fix the ship until we're ready to leave. So. Okay, Canucks. Not to be confused with Canucks. And for a refreshing change, our ranged allies are actually staying a decent way back from the fight. I mean, okay, now they're in melee, but that's because the enemies attacked them, not because they decided to charge in instead of shooting. Okay. Not sure why the wild animals have adhesive grenades. Although, maybe it's possible that if the adhesive... I mean, in this game, I think adhesive grenade refers to, like, it explodes into a sticky foam that keeps people from moving. But maybe there was adhesive on the outside, and then it, like, stuck to one of these animals as they went through a camp or something. Okay, so we have... Canucks.
Ready to serve.
Break it up, you guys. I'm not sure what this thing is. I want to see the name. Malras? Malras? I guess whatever it was, it's now dead. So. Okay, some credits. Very rich and well-armed wild animals. Let's go down here just to... It's not really an RPG if you're not decimating the local wildlife. Okay, that's back to where the ship was. Okay. Is that a person? Looks like it.
officers just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Oh, come on. What are the odds that they just happen to land nearby and we're going to encounter them soon? Look, is that another ship over there? I mean, it is, but that one doesn't look like it's one that just landed, so it's probably not the one that Matt was talking about.
Transponder protocol initiated. Switching to combat mode.
Whoever this guy is, he doesn't seem to be reacting either to the wild animals or us. I'm guessing when we get close enough, there's going to be a little cutscene. Maybe he'll explain who he is and why he's here. So let's go explore this way first. Be with you in a second, dude. Just want to check out this crash site, which... the overall style looks similar to the Ebon Hawk a little bit, especially around the cockpit. But it's definitely not the same type of ship, because it's like these weird claw things that come out and have their guns on the outside. I think we saw a ship like this on Arshada. Received a lot of parts and components. Okay. I think at the docks, the ship that came in and docked, I think was similar to this. Okay, blast rifle and datapad, Dead Republic pilot. Revan says we must take Dxun. Our wing of military droid carriers are to fly in low and drop our payload onto the jungle moon. Once the droids hit dirt side, they'll seek out the Mandalorian base and pave the way for our ground troops and the Jedi. We're expecting heavy resistance, and if the droids can't take out the anti-air turrets, this is going to be one short mission. But we cannot fail. If we do, the Republic is lost. I don't think either of those statements was correct. You were able to fail, and the Republic was not lost. Parts and components, okay. Rusted computer port. Computer port is corroded, but the internal systems seem to be in good shape. With some parts, you may be able to fix it. Okay, what's fixing it going to do for us? Computer's now functioning. Oh, okay. This was a droid carrier, so we can possibly access some droids. Remote droids access. Multiple droids are offline. Enter command. Okay, let's access droid A9F0. That sure looks like the guy that was standing up there. Okay, so it was a droid. I don't know if this feed is from that droid or a different one, but I think we can safely say that it was a droid. So we can either switch to camera, we can overload the power reactor, return to remote droid menu. Can we can't like enable the droids and have a little army of droids fighting for us? Okay. Looks like somebody up there who might not be a droid. Okay, so not much we can do with the droid system commands. Okay, maybe if we repair the computer core, we can do something. Okay, core partially repaired. Droids available for primary function. Oh, now can we do something? No. Okay, well, we did something. Not sure what. Looks like the droids are still inactive. And even after fixing the core, we couldn't interact with them or fix them up. Okay, guys, move, please. Thank you. detonator. Credits. Okay, now we can reactivate the droid. The remote droid is damaged, but the remote computer core is now active. With repairs, it could be operational. Okay, so the remote computer, I guess these being remote droids, they're remotely controlled by a central computer, not like they don't have all the necessary computational systems on themselves. The ship is controlling them. So by repairing the core on the ship, now we can reactivate these droids and they'll do stuff, whereas before, if we tried to reactivate them, they just like wouldn't do anything, I guess. Let's go ahead and try to repair this guy. Okay, the droid's now active and will attack any enemies that come within range. Okay, let's optimize his weaponry. Set for maximum firepower. Let's optimize his targeting systems. Maximum accuracy. Let's give him some shields. Droid shields are now active. And engage droid in patrol mode. Patrol mode engaged. Once you end this session, the droid will begin patrol and destroy any enemies it encounters. We're going to hope that that does not include us. I mean, we are kind of Republic and Jedi, and that's who the droids were programmed to, fight with and protect against the Mandalorians. But we also have an assassin droid and a criminal droid with us, so, who knows. Not that I think the droid poses a huge threat if it did turn on us, but we'll find out. The droid engages its patrol mode and moves off to carry out your programmed instructions. Alright, I think our repair's high enough that if we encounter any other droids, we should be able to fix them up pretty easily too. Because this is... I don't know if this is the same type of droid, but it's definitely... There have definitely been several droids that got destroyed. This is not a droid, this is... At least not unless they decided to give it a human or humanoid skeleton. So I'm guessing this wreckage is actually from the war, because it would have been, what, a decade or two ago? Long enough that people could be skeletonized, although still recent enough that they wouldn't be just complete dust necessarily. Although it is surprising to see this many wild animals nearby and to see intact skeletons. You would think that animals would have come and picked apart the skeletons and dragged bones off every which way. Okay, life support pack. Another droid. Alright, we are going to be able to get an army of droids fighting for us. I don't know if we actually get any experience when the droids kill stuff, but... Okay, let's see some more metal skeletons and some actual corpse skeletons. Detonator gloves, which I think improve demolitions. These droids are reasonably
Orbital
fast.
fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Absolutely. I have no idea how we're going to manage without you, Atten. Okay. Nerve amplifier belt. Again, how are these animals getting this kind of equipment? Now we're getting a force vision here. And getting the those Duros. One of the several groups of bounty hunters after us. They're just up ahead, so let's get a little back up. Okay, gonna do anything? But oh, the mapping functions of the remote droid return only errors. It cannot be put in patrol mode. It is locked in fire support mode. Okay, maybe it's. This is the one that's furthest from the ship, so maybe this, like the remote, it can't patrol because we can't go. It doesn't know what's out beyond this way.
Acknowledgement.
I should upgrade you guys while we're at it. Okay. We can upgrade your power blast. That we don't need to upgrade blaster pistol because we've already given you using rifles instead. We'll give you improved close combat. The character has mastered fighting with ranged weapons in close combat. When the character's target is at short range, they receive a +2 attack bonus. Additionally, when these characters are engaged in melee combat, their attackers receive only a +2 attack bonus instead of the usual +6. Okay, so basically doubles their attack bonus at short range and halves the enemy's attack bonus in melee. So that's good. Okay, we've maxed that out. Let's. Toughness, but you seem to do a pretty good job of hanging back, so let's do dual strike. So if he's attacking an enemy that another party member is also attacking, he gets +2 bonus to hit. Alright. That's kind of cool, the transition when we have like these two characters both kind of dark. Goto's a little bit less dark than HK, but still they're both very much on the dark side of the spectrum. And then the transition when go to the light side, seeing it kind of turn purplish for a while we get our glow of light around us. Okay, well, other droid, you stay there. You've led us on a very fine chase, human. The battle above was your doing, yes? Our ship is quite damaged now. Throw down your weapons, yes? Your bounties are worth more if you're still very much alive. You're kidding, right? Like, there's 3 of you guys. I've fought through entire waves of bounty hunters before, and you... who are you? Why are you hunting me? Or, I didn't start a space battle. Or, we make a deal? Or, there's no way I'm going to surrender to you. Yeah, sorry, buddy, that's just not happening. Torn between just wanting to flat out tell him that, yeah, that's how big a mistake he's made, and wanting to get more information from him just because it's fun. I mean, we've already met you guys before, but not you specifically, probably, since you're still alive. So why don't you tell me who you are? I am Desanti Zug. You've heard of the Zug family, yes? We are bounty hunters, very effective, very famous. And many of you very dead. Desanti, I've never heard of you. I guess this particular one. Or your family tried to kill me on Nar Shaddaa. Or, I know the Zugs. I killed a bunch of them on Nar Shaddaa. Or, why are you hunting me? Okay. Yes, I did kill a bunch of you guys on Nar Shaddaa, so I'm familiar with the Zug family. That is very unfortunate. I had told my lesser brothers to wait until I was present, but they could not. Now, I must correct the error. Oh, okay. You think that you're better than the rest of them, and that's going to help you beat me. Okay. Why are you hunting me? The exchange has put a bounty on your head, human. A very profitable amount. My family has accepted the job. Okay. So I would just like to say, actually, this is a matter that does need to be clarified. We didn't start the space battle. Actually, all we did was show up, and the ships that fired on us actually started the space battle. Your view is narrow, human. The battle was your responsibility, whether you admit it or not. I contest that. In some sense, we are doing you a favor. The reception you receive on Onderon would be a cold one. Oh, okay, yes, you're going to capture me and sell me as a bounty as a favor so that I don't have a slightly awkward welcoming reception on the planet. Well, thank you for your generosity. What do you mean? You have caught the eye of someone very powerful in Onderon, and he wants you dead. But you do not need to worry about that now. Okay. Can we make a deal, or there's no way I'm going to surrender? I mean, like, there isn't any way I'm going to surrender to you. If you want to make a deal, you can, but let's have no illusions that I'm going to be surrendering to you. Very well, then. The bounties are still quite large, even if you're damaged and lifeless. Attack, my brothers! Okay, let's see how well Dxun stands up compared to his brothers on Nar Shaddaa. And it is kind of curious, the Zug family, I wonder, are they actually related? Or is this a family in the sense of, like, a gang that, once you're part of the gang, you're family and considered a brother even if you're not bound by blood? That would have been a question worth asking. I don't know enough about Duros culture to be able to answer which one of those is more likely, whether they have huge families that all get into bounty hunting together, or whether they just form gangs and refer to their fellow gang members as brothers. Okay. Dude, yeah, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think your presence would have really changed anything on Nar Shaddaa. Sorry, buddy. That guy's already dead. Okay. An advanced med pack and a Mandalorian assault rifle. Look, dude, you don't even get a special piece of armor or weapon or anything that has a description of this was Dxun's blaster or anything like that. So, med pack parts, adrenal stamina. Okay. So I'm guessing this must be. This was probably the ship that Atten was talking about that landed near us. And once again, we seem to have two exits out of here. That was the way we came in, but like that route and this route both loop up. We don't really have any guidance. Let's go to the right first. Dxun jungle, okay. I saw the blue line on there before I noticed the pop-up text, so that's going to lead us to a new area. Will this also lead us to a new area? It might be that both of these go to the Dxun jungle, but just like two different parts of the map, and they meet up over there. Was that young Boma? It's a Boma? Okay. Doesn't look too dissimilar from all the other creatures we've been killing today.
Engaging.
I mean, it looks different enough, but it's not a huge difference. Credits. Datapad, Dead Republic Soldier. Hidden Mandalorian anti-air turrets forced us to crash outside the landing zone. We lost half our troops to beasts streaming out of the jungle, and the rest of us are getting hammered by Mandalorian emplacements. We're pinned down, cut off from command, and the thumping of the big guns hasn't died down for hours. Where are those Jedi? One of them's right here, if that's any consolation. I'm guessing that's not much of a consolation. But I will say, in fairness, it probably wasn't my fault. I think I'm more associated with something bad happening at Malachor 5. not on Dxun. So I'm assuming that it wasn't my fault that guy and his crew died for lack of Jedi support.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Dxun. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Some HK droids. That's good. HK47 told us we need to take out a couple more of those so he can find out where they're coming from.
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
So it must not have gotten back to you guys that the last team we faced said the exact same thing. Yeah, HK, of course, is not firing because you can't fire on them. They can't fire on them. In fact, HK, we can't even, like, switch to them right now.
Systems failing, Master.
Malras, I don't think I ever really appreciated just how long their necks are. And to not notice how much my health was going down. Oh, wait a second. Let's scramble. Fight for us. Did that not work? Okay. Okay, so let's take an advanced repair kit. And let's go ahead and use our... So you seriously aren't going to fight for us? That was safe against it again. Fortunately, I don't think our shields help much against these guys, because I don't think the shield helps against melee attacks. But at least without the HK units here, HK47 can help out. Thanks for doing that, guys. I'm feeling better now. Let's get back to the mission. Alright, so is there anything back this way? Okay, there's a cave that, or like a tunnel that keeps going that way. There's another little clearing here with a bunker. Dead Mandalorian. We see the body of a Mandalorian soldier. He was killed in the last 3 or 4 days. Oh, so Mandalorian heavy blaster, credits, and advanced med packs. Oh, you didn't get to use your advanced med packs either? I know how that is. Same thing happened to me not long ago. Fortunately, I had a couple of droids to finish the fight for me. But But if he died in the last 3 or 4 days, then that's not a body from the Mandalorian Wars. This is... we still have Mandalorians on this moon. So Dxun cache door. This door is impenetrable to anything short of high-grade explosives, and I'm guessing we don't have any of those at the moment. Okay, droid modular plating Mark II and droid plasma thrower. There's a symbol I think we've seen before.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised
Sort
you
of.
got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here?
What is with Mandalorians and this moon? Or what are you doing on Dxun? Mandalorians killed many of my brethren during the war. Why should I even talk to you? No, what are you guys doing on Dxun? Like, didn't we already have this out during the war?
We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after KotOR2's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here?
I was exploring. Who are you? Our ship crashed and we were forced to land here. I was thinking of starting a Zerk office here. I sense a lot of untapped potential. It's no business of yours. If you're going to attack, then get ready to die. I'm not a fan of Zerka, but it is kind of surprising that they haven't seen the potential of this moon. Let's see how he responds to a little bit of joking.
That was a joke, right? It'll be interesting to see how long you keep your sense of humor here.
Challenge accepted.
We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
Okay. Lead on then. Your leader may be of use to me. Take me to him now. I'm not finished exploring yet. And if I refuse, I don't want to meet your leader. I can reach the camp on my own. Now get out of my way. Well, he challenged us to see if we can keep our sense of humor, so I'm going to go with I'm not finished exploring yet. No, I clicked the wrong one because the scroll wheel. What? Okay. I guess we are done exploring then. But because I wanted to, not because the mouse scroll wheel messed up on me. Kind of curious what the handmaiden would say about their training. Does their fighting style say anything? Are they speaking through combat? Probably saying, man, we are incredibly easy to kill if we're actually fighting you.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
Okay. I thought the Mandalorians were disbanded. What is this place? I'm trying to get to Onderon. Do you know how I can get there? But we killed Mandalore during the war. Very good options. Yeah, you guys seem awfully, not destroyed for being Mandalorians. Presumably, I'm gonna guess that they, we fought them on Dxun, but I guess we never really, extracted them from Dxun. So, I guess after the war, some of them just came back here and have been living, all this time. So, let's hear your story.
Scattered, perhaps. But we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding.
The only Mandalorians I've seen are thugs. I thought Mandalorians were just blasters for hire. Yeah, Mandalorians we've seen... I don't think we've actually seen any Mandalorians in this game that we've encountered. Though in the last game, we did see, you know, Mandalorians every once in a while. Like we encountered Mandalorians on Dantooine, we saw Mandalorians on Kashyyyk, and yeah, those guys seem mainly like they were just thugs. So presumably our character would have seen. You know, we weren't there for the events of the first game, but we would have been seeing similar things wherever we've been in that time. So let's. You guys seem awfully much more like a military and a real threat rather than what we've seen.
Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
Okay. So what is this place? I will also say you guys are doing a whole lot less holding me at gunpoint and threatening to kill me than I had expected.
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last.
Oh, you don't say. Why did you use Dxun? Well, your camp looks like it's seen better days. Yeah, why did you guys choose Dxun?
Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge.
Uh-huh. Hate to break it to you, these beasts weren't terribly strong. If that's how you practiced, it's not really any wonder that we beat you during the war. Your camp looks like it's seen better days.
Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
Yeah, it makes sense. Speaking of Onderon, I'm trying to get to Onderon. Do you know how I can get there?
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade.
Awesome.
I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
Okay, so a guy you just met wanders in, who used to be an enemy during the war, says he wants transportation, and you're like, that's totally cool with me as long as you can pass a little test or something. Okay, I'm game. How can I prove myself? Or why do you go to ISIS? Or why do I have to prove myself to you? Well, that's kind of a dumb question. We have to prove ourselves to him because he's the one with the shuttle. So, but I am curious, why do you go to ISIS?
It's Mandalorian business, not yours.
Okay, well, we can try to force persuade him. Tell me why you're going to ISIS. We can just normal persuade. Can you tell me more than that? Or, let's try a normal persuade. Come on, can't you at least give us a little hint on what Mandalorian business it is?
I could, but I don't know you. Once I get to know you, I might tell you more. But not now.
Aw, we don't get a chance to force persuade him now? Okay. How can I prove myself?
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of.
You want me to prove myself before you'll let me, like, you're like, hey, I'm totally willing to transport you to the planet, but first you have to prove yourself. And I'm not going to tell you what my standards are at all. This is sounding less like you need to do something to prove that you can earn your ride, and more like I'm bored and I just want to have fun with this guy that came in and make him do who knows what, trying to figure out my whatever my whims are as far as proof goes. So there's nothing you can think of. If you're gonna make me help out, at least give me something. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, there's nothing you can think of.
There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished. The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip a switch.
Uh-huh. And why not just go back and do it yourself? Or that sounds too easy. What were you gonna blow up? Yeah, that does sound suspiciously easy.
You asked if there was anything you could do, and I told you. Nothing in this jungle is as simple as it seems, though.
Okay, what were you gonna blow up?
We were trying to uncover the entrance to a hidden cache of old Mandalorian equipment. The explosives should be easy to find. Just get to it before the Kanaks do.
Okay. What are in the caches? How big are the caches? Or how would Kanaks be a problem? Well, on the one hand, it does seem unlikely that wild animals would be a problem. On the other hand, we know from fighting the Kanaks that their bellies apparently are just full of grenades and credits and whatever else. So apparently eating explosives is something that they do. But is there more to it than that?
Kanaks are nothing more than pests, but they have a real talent for screwing up plans. Just get to those explosives in the next day or so, and you'll be fine.
Oh, next day or so? Okay, so we've got quite a bit of time. What are in the caches?
The last month before Dxun fell, the old Mandalore knew that Revan and the Republic were gaining the upper hand. He ordered our best engineers to hide caches of weapons and munitions throughout the moon, safely away from the enemy's hands.
Why didn't the Republic just dig them out?
Don't you think they tried? It's real easy to hide things in a jungle. Even when they found some of our caches, our engineers left them some presents.
Okay, and how big are the caches?
They're not much more than a couple of plasteel cylinders. Before you get any bright ideas, if you uncover cache B13, leave it alone. Even if you survive the traps, it would require military-grade explosives to open without the proper access codes. What's inside belongs to the Mandalorians.
Aren't you sending me to go detonate some military-grade explosives? Seems a bit short-sighted of you, but I'll see what I can do.
I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Yeah, I'll try not to die to the wild animals that I've been slaughtering since I got here. Can we upgrade any of the items that we... This is a lab station, not an upgrade, not a workbench. Okay. Do you have a workbench? Actually, I haven't really used lab station much, but we could totally get some more... We can build some implants, so we can get dueling. Depackaged implants are larger and more intrusive than other types. They tend to have more impressive effects, but can only be used on very healthy individuals. Okay, so you need Constitution of 18 to be able to use these. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't give any description of them, but bunch of 2-weapon fighting and dueling feats. Charisma and wisdom. Immunity to critical hits, poison, stun, fear, and horror. Wow, lots of immunities there. Constitution and strength. Okay, weapon focus and weapon specialization. The system supplants the user's normal nervous system, enhancing it artificially. It allows the impulses to travel faster and farther along the system, improving reaction time, while also improving fine motor control, increasing accuracy. Okay, dexterity, nerve enhancement. Oh, this is immunity to stun, fear, and horror. It's not quite as good as immunity to critical hits and poison. Do I have Constitution 18? I don't think I do. No, we only have Constitution of 15. So, couldn't get that one, but straight up some regenerate some health. Well, that gives us immunity to poison. Well, even this requires minimum Constitution 16. Okay. I guess we're probably good. I think instead I'm just gonna get a bunch of... I was gonna build a bunch of these, but I'm not sure we necessarily need them. Because we have, as a Jedi, we have our healing ability. But we'll go ahead and build some of these so that when we're traveling with non-droids, if we get taken out, they'll be able to help heal up. So, okay. That's about most of our chemicals, and now we have 5. Good. There's a door up here. Is there... Can we go back further into this compound?
What do you want?
I was gonna go see where the door went. I'll be going. Oh, he doesn't want us going up the ramp. Okay, fine. We'll go somewhere else then. Can we swap out our party? Unable to change party at this time. Let's see if we can go... oh, we can't even like warp back to the Ebon Hawk at the moment. Okay, I was gonna go see if we could warp back to the Ebon Hawk, swap out our party, and bring the Handmaiden with us, so see if she had any comments on Mandalorian fighting style. But guess we don't have that. Mandalorian patrol guard.
During the war, we abandoned our headquarters before Revan's final attack. Only a few volunteers were allowed to stay and fight.
Okay. So we've seen this symbol before. Mandalorians seem to use it, but I'm trying to remember where have we seen it before. I don't remember seeing it like in a Mandalorian context. Well, maybe it was. Oh, okay. Do a little zigzag here. Okay, let's stick in the first area first and explore that. Based on the Mandalorians' reputation and everything, they are much friendlier than I imagined.
Our numbers swell. Our training homes. The galaxy will fear us once more.
Uh-huh. Mandalorian recruits and Zarga. Just kind of... If you just keep arm pumping that way, you're only really working one side.
Gather the plans. So, you are the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Planning on exploring the jungles to the south?
Probably. I might. Who are you? Or what concern is it of yours? None of your business. Yeah, I was thinking I might.
I'm Zarga. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline and battle. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack.
Are you sure he's dead? Or why do you want the body? A dead Mandalorian is no concern. Why do you want the body? Dude, you were in war. You should know full well that, want to treat fallen comrades with some respect. I'm assuming they want the body to do some kind of a burial ceremony or something, especially if they're not actually fighting a war. They can act, you don't even have to worry about like, okay, we needed to make this quick because we're under attack or anything. So, but a better question, are you sure he's dead?
If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it
Okay. I'm not hauling a dead body all the way back to camp. But no, we'd totally bring a dead body, dead Mandalorian back if we can. I guess we do need to hear why they want the body. Maybe we'll get to hear a bit about their funeral practices.
Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back.
Okay, so you don't care about giving him a proper funeral. Okay, if I find Kumos's body, I will bring back his gear. Or I'll keep an eye out for the body. Or anything I find in the jungle is mine. I'm not interested, I'll be going now. Okay, I guess we'll bring back his gear. Maybe, maybe that'll bring some small comfort to his family and friends.
Well, our training honed us.
Okay, I'm considerably less impressed with the Mandalorians right now. Broken wires. These sparking wires look dangerous. They can trigger an electrical surge at any moment. It would be best to keep your distance.
Jungle is taking over everything. This place
Zuka.
is a mess. All right, stand back. Let's see if that Sith's blood. Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle.
Yeah, it didn't work, apparently. What's the problem? Anything I can help with? Never heard of a Mandalorian fixing something. Yeah, the Mandalorians had this huge army that terrorized the entire galaxy. I never thought that, any of them might be able to fix anything. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Every Mandalorian dedicates himself to honor and loyalty. The duty of Mandalore is to focus our efforts to increase our strength and power. I am fortunate since not only can I fight, but I can also maintain and repair the machines of war. Every time my machines are used in battle, part of the honor is mine.
Okay, do you repair the machines do you fight in battle as well as you repair the machines? Because honestly, the repair that we just saw was not that impressive. So what's the problem then? Or anything I can help with? Yeah, give us something to do. We're trying to prove ourselves to Mandalore, and he was just like, I don't know, go and do stuff. So, give us something to do.
This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task.
I'm pretty good with the Hydro Spanner. Can I help? Or maybe I can help. I'm trying to prove myself to Mandalore. Or leave you to yeah, I could probably totally help.
I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle sensors can't cover the whole moon.
Okay, then let's get to work fixing it. What should I start working on? The computer systems may be beyond my skills. Yeah, computer systems, not my strong suit. Yeah, we are absolute geniuses with treat injury, though. I guess we could become masters of computer systems if we needed to, but...
There is a part I need. It's a phase pulse converter. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming KotOR2 ate it.
KotOR2 ate it. Or so how do you propose I find it? Well, there must be another way I can find a phase pulse converter. Yeah, I guess I'm not really that surprised to hear that KotOR2 ate it, but it's still rather surprising.
That's a problem with KotORs. They'll leave you alone if you keep your distance. But if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth.
That seems rather stupid. Very easy to take care of with a little poison or something. Why don't you hunt them down? Or how do you propose I find it? I can't help you, I'll be going now. Yeah, why didn't you guys hunt it down after it took your part that's apparently vital to your military operations here?
They're vermin. challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking in general, not specifically about this particular mechanic, but you realize, like, you say you vitally need this part because, like, for your military base here to be able to protect yourselves and see threats coming and all that. And a mechanic ate your part, and you're not going to go after it because it's beneath you. You take huge pride in all the Mandalorians, use your weapons, and you help provide the whole war effort with material and everything, but going after a vital part is beneath you. Okay, yeah, it's becoming even clearer why the Jedi ended up winning the war. So, okay, is there another way I can help you get a phase pulse converter?
We checked the cache manifests, and that's the only one that was in storage. It's probably the only working converter on this moon.
Okay, so how am I supposed to find it? I'm supposed to find, like, one particular mechanic that ate this thing.
Just gut every Cannock you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts.
Yeah, I can believe it. This better be worth it. I'll start looking.
Alright then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again. Damn it.
Although I'm also kind of curious what how Goto's feeling about this whole thing, because his whole deal was like, oh, I need you to help save the Republic because the security and stability of the Republic is what allows me to keep my criminal empire going. And now here we are with a bunch of Mandalorians who, some of whom make no secret about the fact, like, that, yeah, once we've built up a bit, we're gonna attack again and probably try to sweep across the galaxy. And we're just like, sure, we'll help you out.
Ready to head back to your ship? Give the word and I'll take you there.
Oh, you can take us back to our ship. Yeah, take us back to the ship. We'll swap out one of these two for handmaid, then we'll be back. Okay, we got a little Mandalorian guide there. Let's...
I don't understand why you won't let me take a look.
Statement. I've had quite enough tampering at the hands of unskilled meatbags such as yourself. I'm not eager to submit to this treatment now or in the future.
Unskilled meatbag? I'll show you unskilled.
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled meatbag, as incapable of performing rudimentary repairs as holding a hydrospanner. It is only that I am quite particular with my repairs. Perhaps when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my internal components.
If you've got some time, I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
Just ignore him and let's get to work.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay you from your other duties.
Right. Let's get you open. See what you can do. I have to say, you are put together quite well. There wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.
Goto has received a permanent +1 bonus to his dexterity. Okay. So who do we want to leave behind, or who do we want to take with us? Let's see if we can upgrade some stuff while we're here. Sith battlesuit we haven't upgraded? Okay, let's... I think Atton's wearing this. regeneration 2. Damage immunity versus energy. I think regeneration would help him. Sound dampening, reflex and stealth, or immunity to sonic damage. Immunity 20% versus sonic and resist 5 points of sonic. That's good. Let's go with that. Okay, our armor's already upgraded. So we already have... That's immunity 10% energy. This is immunity 20% energy and immunity to attribute damage. Okay, that's pretty much, I think, the best we can do on that side. Okay, I guess we're going just full protection against energy. This is... looks like Bowder's armor that we gave him. Already has a lot of resistance versus cold and fire. Let's go ahead and give him some more of that. Unfortunately, the resist on cold and fire doesn't seem to add to the resistance it already has. But it does make him a little bit more immune to it, so that's still good. And we'll give him some immunity to sonic damage. Looking mainly at the ones that are already equipped, because those are the ones that we... and we can only upgrade the scope on this, and we don't have a scope. Okay. Don't know who has this, but let's see, it already does quite a bit of ion damage and does more against droids. So let's see, can give it bigger criticals, so that it will, whenever it does a crit, it'll do more damage, or a little bit less critical, but an attack modifier. I think better to, it'll still add a little bit to the crit, but the constant attack modifier will be more beneficial. Okay. Do we only have like 3 more? Okay, that one's already done. Jedi Knight robes. Okay, can't. These robes can be equipped with some underlays, so we don't have any, but presumably there's some that are like only work on Jedi robes. So, okay. Okay, this is our double-bladed lightsaber, which I think we're letting Visas use. So we don't have any of those. We do have a Bondar crystal, which stun. The crystal is mined on a far-orbit asteroid circling the Alderaan system. Produces a volatile lightsaber beam that pulses on impact, potentially stunning an opponent. Okay. That's all we can do at the moment, so. Alright, so who do we want to take with us? We want to take Handmaiden with us, see if she can, if she has any insight on the Mandalorian camp. I'll go ahead and stay with HK.
I'm here.
You need to you need to start getting dressed before you come outside. Okay, this was defense bonus 3, charisma 2. I think we can give you better than that. You can do up to heavy armor. Okay. So, medium armor, defense bonus 8. Okay, Chani heavy armor. 10. 10, max 1. Okay, powered battle armor. Oh. Flex heavy armor allows for greater mobility than even some medium armor. The primary alloy is still durasteel, but it is treated in methods that are poorly understood by most in the Republic. In fact, it is unclear who manufactures these rare suits of armor. What are your stats? Could go up to dexterity bonus of 4. Okay, so 10 plus 3, she essentially has a 13 defense bonus, so that's good. 11, 12. Or we could give her a defense bonus 12, a little bit less defense, but immunity to stun, fear, and horror. This armor is reserved for respected veteran Mandalorians, immensely sturdy stabilizers diffuse energy throughout the frame, shielding the wearer from disorienting impacts. What's this look like? Okay, maybe that'll help, wearing some Mandalorian armor, maybe that'll impress the Mandalorians. Okay, we have consciousness, defense bonus 1, constitution plus 2. Or we can go with Arcanian blinders but her armor already gives her immunity to stun, fear, and horror, so we'll just go with this. Give her some extra dexterity. Already have regeneration on her. Wait, what's her constitution? Her constitution is 16. If we bumped up her constitution a little bit, maybe she could get some of the really good upgrades. Give you the detonator gloves, which give you some immunities to fire and slashing and fortitude. These gauntlets are specifically designed to protect the wearer from demolitions mishaps. Their protective capabilities also tend to increase the wearer's confidence when dealing with mines, improving their performance. Okay. Okay, probably the strength enhancer is the best one. I think that's all we need at the moment, because we're having her be unarmed, so she can stick with, like, she's good with unarmed, I guess. So, alright. Not sure why the mask doesn't, or the helmet or mask doesn't show up on her. It's definitely very light side. Okay, that's not going to help because that's the one that's used by unarmed. So don't have a lot of stuff that's she's not already maxed out and that she's actually going to use. What's this? Improved conditioning, +2 to all saving throws. That's probably good. Okay, I guess essentially a +1 to all saving throws because I'm pretty sure this just replaces the previous one. Yeah, go with that. Either more strength, which would make her do more damage, or more constitution, give her more hit points, and possibly let her be able to use some better the cybernetic implants if we get more of those. Yeah, let's do that. That could be fun. Have somebody on the team who can be rather... she can kind of tank for us and be able to use really cool tech if we get it. Okay, we'll improve to +3 to all saving throws. Okay, she got a Chani Strike 3. Good. Which does... when using an unarmed attacks against any opponent, she deals an extra 3 to 12 damage and has a 20% chance of knocking down the opponent if they fail a fortitude save. This damage stacks with any unarmed specialist bonus damage. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to actually exit out of that. Armed Specialist, speaking of. Let's go ahead and improve your power attack, I guess. An activated Master Power attack increases melee damage by +12, but attacks are made with a penalty of -3 to hit. Additionally, the critical multiplier is increased by 1. That is, if a critical hit would normally double damage, it would triple damage when Master Power attack is used. Finally, on a critical hit, the target is knocked back unless they make a Fortitude save. Okay. Used to quickly dispatch groups of easy-to-hit enemies. Okay, good. So she's absolutely as light as she can be as well. Although she doesn't get a light mastery bonus. I guess maybe that's just a main character thing. What? HK, why are you glowing blue? Is that one of the... Oh, you...
Acknowledgement.
Oh, your shield might still be active. That might be it. Okay. Hey, Mandalorian dude, we need to go back to camp.
About time you showed up. Mandalore ordered me to report here and escort you wherever you need to go on Dxun.
Why would I need an escort? Let's go to your camp. I have no need of an escort. I'll be fine on my own. Yeah, why do I need an escort?
You want to hike through this jungle for hours? Go ahead. But I can get you where you want to go a lot faster and safer than you crashing through the undergrowth like a drunk boma.
Okay. I think crashing through the undergrowth like a drunk boma's been working for me pretty well so far. But let's go to your camp.
Follow me then.
Okay. So, guard captain, gate guard. Guard captain, you got anything for us?
We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned.
Okay. Why'd you call off your patrols? Is there anyone else on the moon? Larger beasts? I don't need your warnings. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be going now. Why'd you call off the patrols?
Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base.
3 ships. There was my ship and the Duro's ship. Who was the third? Why are you hiding from the Onderon military? Yeah, who's the third ship?
I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Dxun beasts, the crew's probably already dead.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing's going to come of this. They're dead, and we're not going to encounter them or interact with them in any way. So why are you hiding from the Onderon military?
The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world we conquered in the Mandalorian Wars. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. ISIS fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet.
Okay. Anyone else on the moon?
Who knows? Our relay dish is down, and until Zuko repairs it, we're blind. The Onderon military has cordoned off the planet, so there shouldn't be anybody else down here. Still, our sensors occasionally pick up signals on the surface. It's like someone is searching the planet, and doing so under the noses of the military. Whoever they are, they've stayed clear of us.
Okay, why would they search the planet? Can I help with the relay dish? We already know that. Larger piece, so... Why would someone be searching the planet? Searching for you guys?
I don't know. Dxun's all jungle except for this camp.
Okay. What larger beast are you talking about?
We heard reports of a Zakek wandering the paths around here. They're a good challenge for Mandalorians. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without us to back you up, you'll be dead in seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen. What's a Zakek?
It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwin battle tank. It has a hide so thick it might as well be Durasteel plating. We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. They're tough opponents for non-Mandalorians.
Okay, I can defeat it. Or, yeah, I think you're wrong. I don't need your warnings. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be going now. Yeah, we don't need to directly challenge them. We'll just, like, come back with one of their heads or something. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Actually, that might be... It's entirely possible that the reason they brought that up is because... You know, we're trying to prove ourselves to Mandalore. Maybe if we hunt one of those things down and bring it back, then this guy will be impressed and he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll tell the Mandalore you're alright. You're totally up to Mandalorian standards. Kex, Mandalore said something about you being able to sell me stuff.
What do you want?
You greet everyone that way? Who are you? Is there some sort of problem? Or I'd change your tone before you regret it. Yeah, is that your normal business manner? I mean, we have played Zelda before, and in the first Zelda game, the guy alternated between, what was it? Buy something, will ya? And boy, this is really expensive. So maybe it's just a shopkeeper thing to not be very friendly.
Just you. You're no Mandalorian. I don't know why Mandalores let you roam free, but I don't trust you. I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Let's see what you have. What do you have to sell? Do you have some sort of problem with me? How did you end up as quartermaster? Can you tell me about this area? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. How did you end up as quartermaster?
The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish themselves in battle. But as age comes upon us, some are forced to find honor in other pursuits. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's nothing compared to the heat of battle. For someone young like me, this task is distasteful. There are many battles left in me, yet I'm relegated to this.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I asked how you became quartermaster, and you didn't really answer that. So again, how did you wind up with the job?
My predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D5. Mandalorian engineers must have worked a double shift on that one. The old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters and walked straight into a beam splitter. Pieces of them wound up all over. So I got the job, and here I am.
Not sure that answers why they gave the job to you, especially if it's normally for older Mandalorians past their prime in battle and you're still a young one. But, do you have some sort of problem with me? Maybe we can work that out?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around our camp without an escort. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special.
Well, I am, and you'd better not forget it. I mean, I am the main character of the game, so, you know. But I guess we don't need to rub his face in that, so rub that in his face either way. So let's see what you have. We have med packs, Mandalorian heavy suit that's light armor. Okay. Mandalorian heavy armor, Mandalorian battle armor, exchange negotiator, Mandalorian assault rifles, Mandalorian heavy blaster. Lots of Mandalorian stuff you got, which granted makes a certain amount of sense, but cardio power system increases constitution. Mandalorian chamber. Ooh. So this is a chamber. Okay, it's just generic thing. So this is an upgrade for a blaster. Gives it an additional attack, reduces the defense, but then deals 1 to 12 bonus damage. That's pretty good. Pinpoint scope, which is keen. I believe what keen does is, I think that doubles the range for critical hits. So it doesn't increase the damage of a critical hit, but it makes critical hits happen more often. And slow things. And a Mandalorian Chamber Mark 1, which is Mandalorian Chamber Mark 2, but not as good. Well, we've got plenty of credits. Let's go ahead and buy one of these. Yep. I was kind of hoping when you said that you had some military grade equipment, I was hoping maybe you'd have like military grade demolitions that we could use to blow open one of those caches, but I'll go ahead and take this just in case I want it at some point. Cool. Nice, nice doing business with you. So, let's see, who are you? Just patrol guard.
Dxun is a dangerous place. Never drop your guard.
Are you saying that just because you're a guard and you don't want to get dropped? Let's see what's on this side of the camp. Anything to say about their fighting yet? Davrel, Sergeant, Bralor. There's a few named Mandalorians here. I'm not sure why you just have like little storage containers way out, far away from anything like that. But...
So you are the visiting Jedi. You aren't much to look at. Are you here to observe, or do you seek to prove yourself in the battle circle?
Who are you? Why do you fight in the battle circle? Are there rules? Yeah, who are you? Let's start with that.
I am Davrel, a Mandalorian warrior. I have yet to taste real battle, so I test my worth in the battle circle instead.
Are there rules?
A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in your case means any Mandalorian makes the rules.
Why do you fight in the battle circle?
Our history is one of battles and wars, but there are times when even we must deal with peace. The battle circle allows us to hone our skills by fighting other Mandalorians. It pales to what we really thirst for, honor in battle, but it keeps us prepared. Talk to the sergeant if you want to fight.
Okay. Says if we're allowed to use force powers, then I think we'd have a pretty good chance. Let's talk to these other named guys first, and then we'll talk to the sergeant about range and stuff.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle.
Okay, this is interesting. We have some of the Mandalorians are like Kex, who's just very scornful of us and like, yeah, you don't belong here, terrible. And you have the was it Davrel or what? I've already forgotten his name, but like, yeah, whoever has greater honor gets to choose the rules, and that's anybody but you. And whereas this guy, you know, he probably still sees himself as maybe more honorable than us because he follows these traditions that we don't. But he seems to be showing a bit of respect to us, like, oh yeah, dude, I saw the Jedi fight, and I would be honored to fight against you in the battle circle. So can I choose who I fight? Or how does the battle circle work? You don't seem as aggressive as the other Mandalorians. Yeah, you do seem a little bit more reasonable.
This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on
educating myself in the martial techniques I will need to succeed in the next war.
Okay. So how does this battle circle work?
You talk with the sergeant. Today is his day to preside over the circle. Each fight is different because the Mandalorian with greater honor dictates the terms of the engagement. But there will be no terms if we fight. Everyone else will deny you your lightsaber and the use of your force. But I want to fight you with all your skill. Victory isn't important in the battle circle. What is important is discovering more about yourself and your opponent.
Okay. Can I choose who I fight? Because I would love to fight you if I can use force abilities on you.
No, it is up to the sergeant. The battle circle was not designed to settle petty vendettas and rivalries. Its primary purpose has always been teaching. Learning from books or holovids is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from one another in time.
Okay, looking forward to it, but I'll be going now. And what about you, Tagrin? So I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but like, I think the head of the guards at the gate was wearing red armor, the sergeant's wearing red armor, so like most of the Mandalorians wearing blue armor. So I'm guessing maybe it's a hierarchy thing, that blue armor is for just like normal soldiers, red is for some kind of leaders, and yellow, Browler speaks like he's actually been in combat, unlike some of the others. So maybe yellow or gold is, I don't know if he would outrank the red, but at the very least he seems like maybe that's for veterans or elite units, or who have more experience. I don't know, maybe let's talk to Tagger and see if I think it's a better idea.
This is our battle circle. You should leave us. This place is for Mandalorians alone. Even if the sergeant lets you fight with us, you will never truly be one of us. For Mandalore!
Okay, well, fine, don't answer any questions. Let's see if,
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here. For Mandalore!
Who are you? What is the battle circle? Is this where Mandalorians train? Or I am a real warrior. I am a real warrior, even though most of the warrioring happens with the Force rather than from physical ability.
Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged.
I mean, on the one hand, that's true that many Jedi focus so much on their Force powers that they don't kind of lose a lot of their physical abilities, and that's kind of what we've done with this very build. But on the other hand, couldn't you flip that around like any way you wanted to do it? Like, I could just easily say Mandalorians rely too much on their hands and feet. If you took their hands and feet away, would they be able to take on a Jedi? Like, no. All you're doing is saying our way of fighting is better than yours. Which, I mean, I'm glad you like your way of fighting, but that's doesn't automatically make it better. I want to fight in the battle circle. What are the rules? Do I get anything if I win? I'm not interested. Is there like a something we win if we get through with this?
We are not merchants. We are Mandalorians. The only thing gained and lost here is honor, and perhaps some skill, if you have the capacity to learn.
I see. None of you are merchants, except for Kex. Oh, and you do have a repairman. Do you have janitors, too? Yeah, I don't think we've seen any Mandalorian janitors.
Be careful when you ridicule a Mandalorian. If Mandalore hadn't ordered us, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'll fight in the battle circle.
You are new here, so you will fight Davrel. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davrel, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience
Can I at least keep my
a true
armor on?
fight.
Okay, good. Okay, so we can't use any of our force abilities 'cause that would be against the rules. So really, if I beat you, that's even better than if someone who wasn't a Jedi beat you, because I'm out of my element with this. Okay, let's power attack is not a force ability. Any that are on this side are just like normal combat abilities, so we can go ahead and do that. Okay, got a hit in, that's good. Alright.
The match between Jedi and Davrel is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davrel is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
Guys, I'm still here. Wow. People very anxious to use the battle circle, I guess. And you would think that they would want a little bit of a break, since I think those are the same guys that have been going at it since we got to this side of the camp, at least. Hey, Davrel, good game, man.
I have lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat next time.
That's the spirit,
man. But there are others
man.
already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility.
Okay, cool. We'll, might go against Braylor, I guess. Is he going to be next?
Watch a fight or to participate?
I want to fight in the battle circle. That's why I'm talking to you rather than watching the fight.
After defeating Davrel, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms.
Why does he want to fight me? Or no further terms. I can use my lightsaber and the Force. He can use anything he wants as well. Or hand to hand, like to fight with Davrel. Yeah, why does he want to fight me? Let's find that out first, and then see. Maybe that'll help us determine what the terms should be.
As quartermaster, he has little opportunity for any glory in training. He isn't as skilled as Davrel.
Okay. I know I can be a little snarky at times, but I don't really want to just insult anybody, so what would be appropriate?
The battle circle is for training. It is best to choose something that will test both of your limits. In this case, swords would be a good choice. It is something neither one of you are completely familiar with, but the choice is ultimately yours to make.
Okay, then let's fight with swords, as you suggest.
An honorable choice. I will send a runner to Kex. Your fight will begin shortly.
Okay, they've given me a sword. I'll just go with what they've given me, the dueling vibro sword. Can we just power attack through him as well? Okay, neither of us being really good with swords, and with him actually having a sword, which does a bit of damage. He is fighting a little bit more of a challenge than Davrel. It hasn't helped that I'm missing a couple attacks. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with power attacking through here. Oh, we still got him though. Apparently he'll bow out if we get him to half health, I think. Whereas us, he'd actually have to, I'm guessing, knock us out because nobody dies in the battle circle.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
Okay, I feel like Kex kind of let me win there, considering we lost a lot more health than he did. First let me heal us up a bit. Can I heal up Davrel?
But they're...
Okay. Oh, just heal myself. Okay. Sorry, buddy, I was gonna help you a little bit, but game won't allow it. Okay, let's try again.
Here to watch a fight or to participate?
Let's fight again.
You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms?
Just fist and foot like your fight with Davrel. Nothing else.
Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand.
Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
Just out of curiosity, how in the world would you guys even know if I was using the Force? I mean, if I did something like just Force push him so he flies back 20 feet or something, that might be kind of obvious, but if I were to just, you know, gently tap at his mind to make him miss a lot or something, how would you even know? Okay, I missed with that, so I'm going to try maybe not using power attack, because it does have, I think, a higher chance of missing, and we're starting to get into people who that might actually make a difference. Yeah. He's going beyond half health, okay. Might need to use some skills against Tagrin. Woo!
The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. Tagrin is the clear and honorable victor. Against any full Mandalorian, it appears you cannot win. Come back if you want a rematch. I'm sure that Tagrin could use the exercise.
It was actually pretty neck and neck there most of the fight. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see, what skills do I have?
Here to watch him. You choose to just fit Tagrin.
Okay. So I have power attack, which for some reason I thought mousing over would tell me what it has. So we have power attack, which -3 penalty to hit, but does more damage. 3 more damage. Flurry makes us suffer -2 to defense and -4 to attack, but gives another attack. I don't know that that would be helpful. Doubles the critical threat range. Okay. And if the attack hits, the target's stunned unless they make a fortitude save. Lowers our defense. So he'll hit us more, but he was already hitting us pretty well before. And if we can hit me, we can stun him. And we have more chance of doing a critical hit anyway, which deal more damage. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working, does it? Wow, we did far worse that time.
The match between come back.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try that later. If we swap out some equipment, that could help, since we're allowed to use armor and stuff. But I think weakening our defense there, we weren't hitting often enough to actually, for that to make a difference on the benefit side, and weakening our defense, so he was able to get a lot more attacks in, so. Okay, the telemetry computer has been painstakingly reassembled. Its core programming, however, appears corrupt. Oh, can we reprogram the core? Was this what the quartermaster guy was talking about? That he needed some computer help with, and we said we couldn't do it? Well, maybe we can. The core has been reprogrammed and fixed. Alright. The telemetry computer was badly corrupted and required extensive work to become operational again. Zuka could still use some help with the broken wires, though. Okay, the third challenger was the first truly worthy fight for you. You feel that you've lost no honor being bested by Tigran. He is a tough opponent. That's true. I don't feel that that was like great dishonorable loss. He fought very well. I feel like the handmaid might be a match for him though, but can't seem to have her fight in the battle circle. Okay, so the gate guard outside the Mandalorian camp warned you to stay clear of Zakegs. They are one of the toughest beasts in this part of the jungle. It sounds like a challenge. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want to go after a Zakeg if we can see it. If we can find one. So there's a bin over here. And then there's that open hangar, and then I think we'll be ready to head out into the jungle and see what we can find. A ceremonial bowcaster, okay. Actually, I'm not sure I like the sound of that because bowcasters are usually associated with Wookiees. And I don't know why a Wookiee would be here, but we have seen Mandalorians on Kashyyyk hunting Wookiees. I think they were hunting Wookiees, so it might not be a good sign that there was a bowcaster here. Is this the shuttle? This is weird. So they got like a cockpit over on this side. Then it comes out. Guns are over here. Okay, I've seen craft that had a cockpit on one side, but this just seems very strange. You're not just to the side, you're in the rear left-hand position. The handling on this must seem very odd. Okay, poison rocket. Not sure why we keep finding so many rockets when, as far as we can tell, Mira, I think, is the only one who can use them. Haven't seen any Mandalorians with wrist rockets yet. Hyper battle stimulants. And security tunneler. Okay. Make it a little blurry, but get to our destination a little bit faster. Okay, it lasts long enough. Definitely don't need a round 2 of that. Let's just head outside into the jungle. So that's the Mandalorian ruins. This is the Mandalorian camp that we're.
You finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death.
Why do you want to fight me again? I don't want to kill you, I refuse. Many Mandalorians have fallen to Jedi. There's no dishonor in that. If that's your wish. Or you are a fool to challenge me again, Davrel. Yeah, dude, like, last game, there was this guy, Canderous, who was a Mandalorian, and he was all, like, thrilled to be traveling with Revan, because he was like, dude, you beat us so bad, that's awesome. There's really no dishonor in losing to a Jedi.
You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further.
You lost me already, why fight again? Or there must be other ways to prove yourself. Or, I will not fight you, I refuse your challenge. We shall fight. Yeah, why do you want to fight me so badly?
I was too young to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. With our clans scattered, there was no opportunity to prove myself. Years ago, young Mandalorians would fly point in a basilisk, laying waste to anything before them, at the forefront of battle. But this has been denied me. What little honor I have earned, you stripped from me in the battle circle. This I won't allow.
Okay. Okay, I want to get back to the one that was like, there's other ways to do this, so let's try this option again.
You would
Okay, there must be other ways to prove yourself good.
There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared.
Okay. What about the Zakek? I've heard they're a challenge even for a Mandalorian patrol. Hey, that's a good idea. Hey! Yeah, you don't need to fight me. Go take on one of those beasts. Ones that the patrol said, like, even I couldn't take one of those on, so if you took one of those on, you'd definitely get some honor.
A Zakek? Those are the deadliest beasts in this part of the jungle. Patrols are right to be cautious about them. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakek would be a short-lived honor.
Okay. I'm looking for the Zakek. We could fight it together. Or attacking me would be equally foolhardy. Yeah, but that's probably not the thing to tell him at the moment, so... yeah, let's go hunt a Zakek together. It could be like, just a fun Jedi Mandalorian bonding trip,
What? Yes, I suppose that is possible. We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together we will destroy the Zakek.
So a bit confused there. Definitely not what he was expecting. Okay. I don't want stasis field. I want force wave. That's... Okay, be right there, Davrel. I just need to beat up this thing first. We won't go further down there. Okay, and you guys aren't going after good. A little concerning that we're encountering other predators before we encounter Davrel. Hopefully he can take care of himself. Also, I really was hoping the handmaiden would have something to say, but it's a Malrus, something over there. Let's see Davrel. Assuming he went this way. Mechanic? Well, okay, we need to take out some mechanics. This one happened to be the one that swallowed the phase pulse thing. Let's try this way. Now, it seems like there's just wild animals there, so we can always come back and explore more, but we're trying to find where Davrel went so we can take on the Zekek. Oh, and I need to level up. Unarmed specialist 5. Ooh, maybe now we'll be able to take on the battle circle. Hey, Master Heal. That's exactly what we want. This power heals all non-droid party members in a 15-meter radius. Each party member gains 15 vitality points plus 1 point for every charisma modifier, wisdom modifier, and 2 times the level of force user. Poisons and sun effects are neutralized. Okay. So this one had 15 plus 1 for charisma, wisdom, and level. This one had 15 plus 1 for every charisma, wisdom, and 2 times the level. So here we basically add double our... Same as that, but add our level again, I guess. And get still 15-meter radius.
Prepare yourself.
So really these things are like a giraffe cat or something. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting from them. Oh, there, is that Davrel? This is Permacrete Detonator.
You there, I am in need of your assistance.
Are you Kumas? Zarga thought you were dead. Who are you? What are you doing up there? Why should I help you? Yeah, are you Kumas?
I'm Kumas. Zarga was not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I'm just in a difficult situation.
Okay. What are you doing up there? Or how can I help? Why should I help you? Mandalorian asking for assistance? Amusing. Or whatever trouble you're in, I couldn't care less. No, tell me the situation and tell me how I can help.
A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncovering the caches, if they exist.
Okay, so how did you get up there? What happened, or did you find any caches? Yeah, your story so far does not explain why you are on top of a rock and apparently unable to get down.
This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack and began to plant my charges along this ridge. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. The pests were eating everything. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. The extra energy cells I had brought had been in my pack. So I've been up here, weaponless for 2 days.
You ran out of ammo? Isn't that against the Mandalorian code? Or haven't you tried running? Or how can I help? Is there a Mandalorian code? Let's ask him.
Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to change ammo?
I fight with my hands. I don't usually change those out. Can't believe you were outwitted by Canucks. They're the Gizga of Dxun. Now we don't need to kick him while he's down. Tell me how I can help, dude.
You must have cleared a path to the beast coming here. If you take care of the Boma beast, I can make it to safety.
Okay, I could give you an extra ammo clip.
My blaster rifle's been useless ever since I used it to bash in a Canuck's skull.
That's convenient. I'll go drive off those Bomas then.
Your actions are worthy of a Mandalorian. Return here when you have slain the beast and I will be able to return to camp.
Okay. We needed to do something with this detonator anyway. You see a permacrete detonator? It's used to set off permacrete charges that are linked to it.
Don't touch that button. It'll blow up all my charges.
Oh. I'll leave it alone then. Or, you mean this button here as we press the button? No, Although I think eventually setting off the charges, isn't that what we were sent to do? So we will have to do it, but preferably not while he's in the area and going to be hit by him.
Let us test ourselves.
Once he's safe, then we can probably set off the charges. Okay, do these guys swallow anything? I guess these are Bomas, not Canucks, so they maybe not quite in the habit of swallowing everything in sight.
I'm grateful for your help, stranger. I'm returning to the Mandalorian camp now. I won't forget this. I have only one request. Please, don't mention this incident to anyone.
No promises, but I guess not unless it seems like it would be absolutely vital or very funny. So now can we hit this permacrete detonator? Okay, clear out the Boma beasts that trap Kumas on the ledge. Next time you're in the Mandalorian camp, you should talk to Zarga and report your success. Okay, broken wires. Yep, don't want to deal with that. Tagrin and gate guard. Warning of the Zakics. We still haven't found Davrel. I did want to see, because we got unarmed specialist. Yeah, look, instead of doing 4 to 16 extra damage, now we're doing 5 to 20 extra damage. So maybe that'll be enough to. See, permacrete detonator. It's used to set off the permacrete charges. Let's press the button. Okay. Although, come to think of it, Okay, here's the... After some prodding, you learn that Mandalore does have a task for you. Mandalorians had set explosives on the B-13 cache entrance in the jungle, but had to leave before setting them off because of the ships that had landed in the area. Okay. So, okay, I thought that might be what that was, but that's... Okay, I guess we're looking for a different detonator. So I guess maybe Davrel went this way. Always. That's too late. I was going to ask if you'd seen Davrel. They probably wouldn't have answered me anyway. Have you guys seen Davrel?
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Also, I just realized I'm hearing a bit of HK in combat.
I shall honor them with battle.
There we go. I wasn't hearing much of the handmaid. There she is. It's just strange having a companion who's not like that and constantly saying the same thing again and again. Okay, skeletal corpse. I'm assuming this isn't Davrel. Though he did have some credits and a Bonnetin alloy heavy suit.
Switching to combat mode.
Okay. Hey, phase pulse converter assembly. Good. Oh. Is that the Zac egg? Does that mean it's ahead of us? Hey, yeah, that looks like... Is that Davrel? It is. Hey, buddy. I'll speak to you first.
The Zac egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me where it was? Or do you have a plan? What do you know about Zac eggs? Let's attack it now. There are some things I have to do. Okay, what do you know about Zac eggs?
They're heavily armored. They aren't particularly agile, but if they connect, it can be deadly. But a skilled patrol of warriors can kill the beasts.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me where it was if you knew where it was?
If you couldn't find your way here through the jungle, then you'd be worthless in the fight. Besides, I didn't know for certain where the beast was.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that was probably a bigger part of the reason. So, do you have a plan?
We go into the clearing and attack it. Either it dies or we do. Beasts of the jungle are fierce and powerful. Straightforward plans work the best.
Okay. Let's charge in a straight line directly at it then. Oh boy.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal
Resisted.
accuracy ratio achieved.
Saved. Davrel, I hate to break it to you, this thing really wasn't that big of a threat.
I must thank you for your help. We have killed the Zac egg. I will leave the spoils of battle to you. I am going back to camp and will tell them of our deed here.
Okay, well, thanks for the assist, buddy. Although, okay, Zac egg gear, so that'll help if somebody's like, yeah, Davrel's lying to us. You guys didn't kill a Zac egg. Lots of credits, battle stimulant, some armor. But if the Mandalorian patrols have been having issues with Zac eggs, I mean, maybe this one was just a defective Zac egg, but it seems like maybe the Mandalorian patrols aren't very good. Credits, parts, green crystal for lightsaber, Mandalorian battle armor, and a strength package. I mean, the Mandalorian armor suggests that there's a Mandalorian here. I think we've explored most of it, except we haven't explored this path. Let's go that way. We still need to find the detonator that Mandalore wanted us to take care of. This way. I guess the sentries just kind of hang out there, kind of on the fringes. They're not directly guards of the camp, but they're on the fringes, just looking out for anybody who might be approaching the camp.
Accuracy ratio achieved.
Good for you, HK. Broadened chambers, an upgrade for blasters. We're going the other route anyway, so we'll check the other body when we go that route. Another phase pulse. Oh, okay. The other one said phase pulse converter assembly. This is phase pulse converter power. Another dead Canuck, and you found one more piece of the phase pulse converter. It still isn't complete. Okay, so we have to find all the pieces of the phase pulse converter. Okay, recovered an ear from the Zekek you killed. This ear should serve as proof of your accomplishment to the guard captain. I do kind of like that they're also seem to be playing with the idea of, in RPGs it's not uncommon to have or in video games in general, you're killing monsters and they just drop stuff that they would have no reason to have. And here they're kind of playing with that and saying, like, okay, yeah, Canucks will eat absolutely anything, and that's why you can find pretty much anything inside of them. And I haven't been keeping track of everything, but I do seem to recall that we're seeing a lot more, grenades and credits and stuff with the Canucks than we are with the Malras, and the other one's Bomas. So this is... Okay, we need high-grade explosives for this. Let's see if this detonator is hooked up. This is probably what we aim for. See a permacrete detonator. It's used to set off permacrete charges that are linked to it. Okay, press the button. Not sure what the charges that were like 30 feet away from the door were supposed to do, but...
The jungle is a living thing. That detonation will have repercussions.
Ah, that's why they didn't want to do it themselves. Okay. So let's see. You've blown up the entrance to the cache B13. The explosive charges agitated the wildlife of the jungle. Okay, can we actually go into the cache? I think our force abilities are really making these enemies easy, because not only do we damage and can hit everything, But we also have a good chance of stunning them. Gamorrean war gloves. Okay, that sounds promising. Security spike tunneler. Check the Gamorrean war gloves in a moment. Nerve amplifier belt. Okay. No, we can't wear Gamorrean war gloves. We need armor proficiency heavy. They give defense bonus 3 and dexterity minus 2. Okay. Well, Handmaiden can use those. She has heavy armor proficiency, and she's not... With the heavy armor, she doesn't really need her dexterity bonus, so yeah. These monstrous gauntlets provide considerable protection, but are quite inflexible. Okay, now her defense is up to 35, so she's quite well protected. Okay, deadly plasma
Ready
mine.
to serve.
Okay, HK, can you take out the mine? Good. Oh. Okay, so we have a bunch of war droids. A bunch of mines. They weren't kidding about the Mandalorian engineers really wanting to protect this place. Although if HK can keep recovering these, then we'll have quite a bit of them. Deadly mines. We don't usually use mines, but sometimes against boss fights they can be useful. Or like big enemies, if we have trouble, we can always like set up some mines and then goad the enemy into them. You can't open those though. We'll get into them. They're also, if we end up selling them, I think deadly mines usually actually do sell for a decent chunk. Again, I want to clear all these out first just to make sure while we're running around we don't accidentally trip one off. Okay, so we have some construction droids. I'll examine these. Oh, we can just repair it, examine it, bash it, leave it. Let's examine it first. Droid looks like it hasn't been used in some time. You can't find any way to activate the droid. Oh, we'll see about that. I'm going to activate it anyway. Can't find any way to activate the droid manually. Okay. Are these... Is it going to be like we loot this and then all these come to life and all of a sudden we're fighting a whole army of droids? I mean, construction droids and mining droids, but... I mean, still... Okay. Oh, there's some... He's back here. No, you guys can't move out of the way, but... Okay. Hit space there, because I'm used to space being jump, and maybe we can jump behind him. Looks like we can... Oh, here we go. We can access this. Computer spike. Hopefully I didn't get us stuck back here. So, can we get out the way we came in? No. Okay, we did get stuck back here. Probably not supposed to be able to get back here. I can't even bash that open. Okay, we did have an option to bash these things. Let's see if that works. Oh, okay, it did wake them up. Yeah, Mandalorians, your droids aren't much more impressive than your patrols are, sadly. Okay. Can the handmaiden open these up? No, she doesn't have ability to... Oh, we missed one. Okay. So I think with our box opener here, that's probably the best way to do this. Okay, broken item, Reich blade, credits. Okay. This might break a few items, but it's okay. Adrenaline simulator and chemicals. Hopefully we're not breaking anything too valuable. Tranquilizer dart, hyperadrenal alacrity, enhanced energy cell Mark III. Okay, so that's another blaster upgrade and some components. Consciousness helm and insight implant. Like, I'm just hoping we're not. It's not like, oh, this box contained, you know, the legendary armor of XR Kun, and we just broke it just to get a few credits or something. But it's just locked. We can't even bash it open. Okay. But you know what? If it does end up being the case, we broke some, you know, priceless artifacts. You know, what were the Mandalorians doing, keeping them locked up in these things, where just anyone might want to break in and accidentally break them? I mean, not that they would want to accidentally break them, but that anyone could accidentally break them while trying to break into the boxes. Alright, let's put that away. Poison dart.
Prepare yourself.
Try stasis field. I don't think stasis field is really going to do much visually since it was already stunned, but we did see a little bit of a glowy effect around it. Okay, bonded plates Mark II.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Let us test ourselves.
Okay, still looking for more parts to the pulse phase generator. Received a short lightsaber. That's odd. So we didn't loot anything, we just received it.
Switching to combat mode.
Huh. Also odd that these things would have swallowed a short lightsaber, considering beam splitter Mark II. Okay. I mean, not odd that they would swallow one if they came across it, but odd that they would have come across one that they could swallow. It's Arcanian Sonic Blaster. Because lightsabers aren't terribly common unless there's Jedi or Sith. Okay. Skeletal core. Why are these bones like bleached very white, and this one looks like it's... It looks like it's either really old, like it, you know, like mummified bones and stuff do when they just look, or like it still has some meat on it or something. Jalshay meditation gloves. That's interesting. So we're also already using the Jalshay neophyte armor. Okay. Awareness, dexterity, +2, wisdom +2. The Jalshay use these gloves during meditation. How they function is unknown, but they seem effective in increasing one's awareness to their surroundings. So we do less damage and less attack. Have more dexterity and wisdom. max dexterity bonus +4. Bump that up a little bit, but I think I'm actually better with our unarmed attack bonus here. At least for now. Oh. Kelborn. Have we encountered Kelborn before? And you killed somebody, Kelborn. Why have you killed somebody, Kelborn?
What are you doing out here? It's dangerous for your kind.
Why are you here? I thought all the patrols had been stopped. I'm exploring. What are you doing out here? Tell me what you're doing out here first. What do you mean, my kind? I can handle myself. Yeah, I'm just exploring. What are you doing?
Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the area.
A ship? There's a Duros bounty hunter ship deeper in the jungle. Found anything? Yeah, there's a bounty hunter ship out there.
No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID signature all the way down. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't pick it up.
Any sign of a crew? Or what have you found? A ship that big should have left a trail. Yeah, what have you found?
Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart. He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up for some action?
Take them out? Why? What do you intend to do? Kill them? Depends on what you mean by action. I'm always up for a fight. Let's stop talking and get to the killing. I'm not interested. So, it sounds like you didn't kill this guy, but you want to kill all of his buddies. So, what do you intend to do? You're out to kill him?
Squeamish? Don't worry, I'm not planning on killing them unless I have to.
Interjection. Master, I assure you that the elimination of these intruders is an absolute necessity. Please, give the command.
People have a habit of shooting Mandalorians on sight. If so, I wouldn't mind a good fight.
Okay. Well, HK is certainly on board with the, kill anything we come across idea, so, you know, I may be able to help. What's the plan? West for a fight, yeah.
There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths, and I don't want them to slip by. If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make sure none of them get past me.
Okay, so you're going east. I mean, both these ways are east, but okay, you're gonna go in that little cave. So I'll go here and try to flush any scouts towards you, I guess.
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canucks.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's him! Get him!
Hi, I just wanted to let you know we're looking for scouts and wondering if you are peaceful or if you wish to fight. And you seem to have answered that. Thank you for your help. Now go to sleep. And get pushed back and die. Okay. No offense, but you guys are almost as bad at fighting as Mandalorians, so...
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just never ends.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
Do more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone, attack!
Good, we'll be able to update them. Hi, I think you guys are looking for me, so... I'm just gonna have to take all of you out. Sorry. I hope that's not too inconvenient. Encountered a second group of scouts. You think it unlikely that there are more on the jungle paths. It might be a good idea to find Kelborn and see what he's found. Yeah, but we've found 2, and haven't even gone all the way along this path, so clearly there must be no more. Vibro double blade, med pack. Okay.
Acknowledgement.
Level you guys up. Okay, it just skills this level. I guess when it's on that screen, it's on this screen, helmets and masks and things don't apply, but you still get to see them. You can still see people wearing their helmets outside of that screen, so. Hey Calborn, you have killed some people this time.
I found more of their scouts, but they started shooting as soon as they saw me.
Yeah,
I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in the jungle. You find anything?
I came across 2 groups of scouts. They weren't in a mood to talk either. Just some scout corpses. They didn't put up much of a fight. No, we encountered them before they were corpses, but they were not interested in talking.
Surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge was only with Mandalorians. Find out anything useful from them?
They mentioned something about a colonel. There also seems to be more of them. Are you first? What did you find out? Nothing you need to know. No, we're in this together. Let's share our information. There's a colonel, and they seem to have a bunch of people here.
Colonel, huh? Could be Colonel Tobin. Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon.
Hey, Tobin's the one who opened fire on our ship and forced us to land here. What makes you think he's on my trail? Who's General Vaklu? I'll remember that. Are we done here? Or save your warnings for someone who cares. Yeah, Tobin's the whole reason we're on this moon in the first place.
I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on orders from Vaklu. If so, you've made some dangerous enemies.
Who's General Vaklu?
General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you. Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role in dealing with them.
Okay. Before you go, who were those scouts?
They're Onderon military, although they were trying to be secret about it. I've got a feeling you're going to need all the help you can get. One last thing about the battle circle. Your actions have proven you worthy of facing our best in the circle. Perhaps we can face each other there. See you at camp.
Yeah, I look forward to it. So that was interesting. His response, like, oh yeah, this guy's really tough. Might even be might be more than a match for you. I mean, on the one hand, he was kind of diminishing or dismissing our ability. Like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to take him on. But the way he did it, one, he was doing so against someone he clearly respects as a important foe, or major foe. We're still looking for a couple more of the Canex swallowed stuff, so we need to keep on. So there was that. There's also the fact that he was... The way he said it almost seemed a little joking. Like, you know, the way that you'd jokingly put down someone, like, in a good-natured way, not in a I hate you and you're very scornful towards you way. So, Calborn, seems like we made something close to a friend among the Mandalorians there. Okay. Don't think we've been this way since we initially came up. have any way of opening this unless we... Okay, so I think for now our best bet is just to head back. Because we'll check this last bit of the... I'm hoping what it is that the mechanics just spawn randomly, and we just haven't come across one of the ones that has the last parts we need. Because the alternative is that they've already spawned on the map and we've killed all of them and we just missed the remains, in which case we'll just be running around hoping that we encounter some remains. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is return to camp and... has it been raining this whole time? We're going to return to camp and we'll turn in the quests that we've got. At least some of the requests we've got. And see how that goes. So, let's see. First, the guard captain.
Davrel has already told me of your battle with the Zakeg. You robbed my men of a worthy test, but you have gained some honor for yourself in the process. You'd make a formidable Mandalorian.
Well, thank you. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can help with these broken wires. No. Power wires here are damaged. It would take a lot of skill and parts to repair them. Oh man, look at all those parts it's going to take us. A whole one. Well, might as well. Hey, we fixed the broken wires. Okay. Zucca, we fixed the broken wires, and oh yeah, we also fixed that computer thing that I wasn't sure if we'd be able to do earlier. Both the cables and the telemetry computer are working now. I have 2 parts of the phase pulse converter. Okay, so we can turn that in. 2 parts. We have cables and the telemetry. He doesn't seem all that interested in talking, just taking stuff from us. 2 parts of the phase pulse converter. Looked like he briefly said something. Okay. Okay, so both of the cables, that's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can. Any progress with the repairs of the phase pulse converter? Then we said we had 2 parts. And those pieces are in fine shape. There's still 1 piece missing, though. Bring that to me, and I'll try and fix the telemetry computer. And we already fixed the telemetry computer, but okay, we'll still do that. Okay, so the explosive situation, that's returned to Mandalore. I don't want to go back to Mandalore just yet, because I don't know if once we've done everything we need to for him, maybe it'll just like cut scene and cut something. So I don't want to go back to him until we've done everything we can. Trouble with Canex, another dead Canek, and you found 1 more piece. So okay, it still isn't complete, so we still need 1 more Canek to complete that. And missing Mandalorian. Okay, that was the other one. We need to go see Zarga and tell him that Kumos isn't dead, if he didn't figure that out already from Kumos returning.
The Mandalorians will rise. I was able to make it back to camp without encountering any other beasts. You have my gratitude.
Okay. Well, you're lucky I was in the area. I'd rather have a reward. There was no trouble. I was glad to help.
Please, don't tell anyone what happened. If the others were to know, I would be disgraced.
Okay. Well, hopefully I don't need to go into all the details with Zarga in order to complete this quest, but...
You found Kumos, and alive, no less. I suppose I should offer my gratitude. He's got a mind like a stunned Minoc, but he's got courage. He was evasive when I asked him what happened, however. Trying to survive in the jungle must have taken its toll.
Okay. I'm glad I was able to return him safely. Or he was mostly in danger of starving to death. The fool let Canex eat his equipment, then was trapped up on a ledge by Boma beasts. I suppose so. I'll be going now. No, I'm just glad I was able to help.
We'll see if Kumos will prove warrior enough to be worth all this trouble.
Okay. Mandalorian assault armor. Okay, gotta check that out before we go. It's heavy armor, 13 dexterity bonus, and resist against cold and fire. Okay, I think... Yeah, no longer have immunity to stun, fear, and horror, but we saw lots of stuff that can provide immunity to stun, fear, and horror. So let's do this, give you an additional defense bonus and some resistance. And then, instead of the... was belt one of the things that could offer... Yeah, immunity, stun, fear, and horror, and wisdom +1. Minus a strength, minus a fortitude difference, but okay. Yep, this way she'll still be immune to stun, fear, and horror. Okay, so, yeah, it looks very Mandalorian. Alright, so with that, I think we're mostly done, except for getting the last piece from the mechanics, trying the battle circle again, now that we've leveled up, and then we'll turn stuff into Mandalore. But that will be next time. So, next week I will be taking off completely, both Monday and Friday, because of the holidays. So, we'll actually be back for Zelda on New Year's Day, January 1st, and then that Friday, 2 weeks from today, we should be having... should be able to have our Star Wars stream as well. So, with that, thank you for watching. Have a good week, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and see you next time. Bye.